I won't lie to you, it's been extremely heavy lately. All of the things coming out in the news and the things many of us have been seeing coming. I decided to get in my car and take off to the beach, and along the way I'm going to just talk about some of these things and just have an honest reflection of what's going on. I'm starting this journey in the dark, which feels kind of appropriate right now. It almost feels like we've all been going through a dark night of the soul, or this time where things have been pretty bleak. And I'm not going to focus so much on all of the bleak in this video, but it's going to be impossible not to mention a few things, like the files, all of the things that keep coming out with that, all of the interconnectedness, the fact that it's so many faces that we all know and we've seen just right in front of our eyes. It's causing a lot of shock, and I've felt it. I've felt it so much so that I feel like when I'm not really paying attention or I'm not thinking about it, I'm adding more of that shock into the world. I'm putting it out there because I'm walking around really anxious and just kind of angry right now. But I am really excited to get to the beach because there's something about nature and being by a huge body of water where it invites you just to kind of let go of some of that. And perhaps if nothing else, by the end of this video, you can feel just a little bit lighter. Whether that's because of my voice or because of just you feel like someone else is going through the same thing. Because let's face it, on some days this feels like a lot. Even the people that are the leaders or the people that you look up to as being calm and strong, they're going through this too right now. And I encourage you to not do this alone. Even if you have one person that you can find in your life or on the internet that's willing to talk to you about all of this stuff, not to try to fix you or try to solve anything, just to hear you out. That can be enough. Honestly, like, if I'll be real with you, when I've gone through these awakenings, what's been hard for me is I've had a hard time with food, with eating. What can I eat that is not part of this big web? And I always end up going back to the answer of I have to find things from the ground and from source that are going to make my body feel good and not spike me and lead to agitation. And then it opens up a whole world of questions, like what music am I listening to on those days where I'm feeling tired or I'm just itching and I'm feeling like crashing out. Those days have happened to me more this past year than a long time. And I'm just being real with you, and that's from somebody who's trying to do the inner work, trying to do the grounding, taking this one day at a time. Thinking back just to 2026, it's only been about a month and 10 days at the time of making this video, and it feels a lot longer than that. But hold on, there is still hope. I know I'm jumping around a little bit in this, and that's because as I'm driving, I'm just saying what's on my mind and kind of letting this all out. And one thing that's really cool I saw was in the concept of quantum physics, where they say there's a such thing as quantum entanglement. So if you do something to one particle and it's connected to another particle after being separated, no matter how far apart those particles are, if you twist one, the other will be affected and move the same. It'll be twisted as well. And I'm not sure if this relates, but I like to think of that as how I'm caring about myself right now. Perhaps if I find moments of peace, there's someone out there that we're quantumly entwined in some way, and that can help them find a little peace. Even if that's completely crazy or that's completely hippie to you, if you want to entertain that thought just because it's a nice sentiment, I think that's a really cool thought. I dare you to try something the next couple of weeks. I dare you to imagine the very best possible outcome for yourself and for all of us going through all of these things. Maybe it leads to a time where there's just more harmony and we can have each other's backs instead of relying on people that want to make us sick and then sell us the cure. I just saw a really big bird over the car. I don't know if it was an eagle or what kind of bird, but I love how Native Americans call it medicine. They look at feathers and eagles like medicine, and they contribute things like that to the spiritual and medicinal things. And I think that the spirit of life that flows through birds, trees, and the ground is available within and around you at all times. I think that if you take just a moment to meet that halfway and to surrender to the fact that you're a part of all of that, you can begin to slow all this down just a little bit. People call nature the ultimate healer for a reason. It's not woohoo or hippie, it's simply the truth. We come from nature. It's returning home. We weren't meant to sit in concrete boxes and stare at artificial light most of our lives. Think about how much artificial light you've seen in the past week, whether that's your phone, lights in your house, computer screen, TVs, office lights, and then artificial air, keeping you at the stage where it's so comfortable where you feel like if it's a couple degrees off, you're uncomfortable. Think about that. They've made us docile, they've made us reliant on these things, and we've let them. I just got hit with this pretty big wave of sadness and started thinking about everything with the files and just everything coming out right now. So it reminded me of all the times that I've been doing really well, been positive, and then I'll have that moment where I go through a downswing. That's completely okay. If you're going through that right now and you're typically a person that's really strong and positive, give yourself some grace. These are really odd times, and we don't have to always have the answers or put on this fake smile. I think it's okay some days to say, you know what, I'm feeling it a lot today. And when you tell other people like that, the people that are feeling good that day maybe have some advice for you, or maybe have some kind of thing for you that day that can help you back on your feet. But sometimes it's okay just to sit down and cry it out. Perhaps my favorite feeling out of all of these emotions I'm going through is the feeling I get when I just let it all go. The rage feels nice, I can't lie, and the sadness comes and goes, but whenever I just let it all go and I say, you know what, I'm going to experience what I choose to experience because this is my life, and I don't want to waste my life being so caught up in anger and sadness that I miss the things that bring me joy.
I'm getting pretty close to my spot at the beach, but apparently the beach is on fire. I saw it when I came across the hill. There's a huge fire, and this cloud is growing and growing. So we'll see once we get down there what it looks like, but oh boy. Some really good news. It seems that the fire is contained. Where I'm heading to the beach looks to be okay from where I'm looking, and I can't wait to take you down to the spot. I'm hanging out with the seagulls on the way over, and I just want to emphasize again how much hope there is right now. I know we're all going through this dark time together, but there is still time for us to all reflect and go within. And I think the more each individual does that, the more you'll see a big difference in the collective. So give yourself permission to just pause and slow things down. You're not on any kind of timeline other than what you accept for yourself. So stay hopeful, stay strong. I've never had this experience, but when I showed up, the whole beach was completely empty. There's one more clip after this scene. I'm going to walk you down to the waters, and I want to say goodbye in the next clip. But for this clip, I'm just going to shut up and just let you take this in and maybe even breathe and try to realign to what you want right now. Thank you so much for hanging with me on this ride, and I hope you enjoyed this.
Well, mission accomplished. Made it to the beach. And I want to say thank you for joining me on this ride. And honestly, it just felt really good to get all this stuff out. And I don't know. I hope that someone out there, if just one person finds this, I hope that you felt that you're not alone and you're safe to talk about these things in this space. I really appreciate when people find my videos and watch them. It's a humbling thing. And I gotta tell you, just being out here by the water and in the sun, it's really nice. So I encourage you, if nothing else, try to find like 30 minutes to just go to your local park or get outside, and maybe together we can start tuning down some of this noise and some of this craziness that's hard to get away from right now, but perhaps we'll have these moments. I love you, and take care of yourself.